great day, attractive thinker. Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Break. Give yourself a fighting chance. Dr. Toni Hatton here, the attractive thinker, your identity coach and get to the root specialist for new and aspiring entrepreneurs, people in the form of in any type of transformation or change or something new that you want to do with your life, or you just want to feel better. You want to think differently. You want things to pan out in a certain way in your life. You're not a surface type of person. You're a deep diver. You're in the right place. Welcome my co-host Tichet Bradshaw to another episode of Beyond the Break. Give yourself a fighting chance.
Happy Mindset Monday, everybody. Yes, we made it again and again and again. We get to do what we never did, go where we've never gone, and have all that we deserve to have. It's such a beautiful day to be alive.
It is a fantastic and amazing day to be alive. Attractive thinkers, I trust that you have your attractive thinker notebook handy and you're ready to capture these gems that we're about to drop today. I trust you had a fantastic and amazing week. I want you to continue to share these messages with your circle of influence because people need what you're hearing. If you're benefiting, they will benefit as well. Share that message, that link, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click that like button if you haven't already done so, and leave some comments. Let us know you're here. You know, if there's a topic that you would like to see us discuss, because we are a powerhouse when it comes down to resources and clarity and direction and next steps and mindset and thought processes and strategies, mental tools, because you need these as new and aspiring entrepreneurs in order to create the level of success that you desire for your life. So click the like button, click that share button, subscribe to our channel, and leave your comments. Communicate with us so that we know that you are out there and you're benefiting from these messages. Today, we're going to be talking about you fought for it, now defend it. You fought for it, attractive thinker. You reached your goal. This is what you wanted for your life. And I want you to understand, see, we're sharing this message today because we're always thinking about you like, okay, they reached this level of success. Now, what are they going to experience? What are they going to encounter, Tichet? What are attractive thinkers going to feel? What is their next level? What's the next strategy or the next battle or the next level of success? You've heard the phrase new level, new devil. So we want to prepare you for that so you're not shocked, so you're not knocked off of your game, or so you don't throw your hands up and run, you know, or go back to whence you came. So when we talk about you fought for it, now defend it, you know, these successes that you're accomplishing in your life, there is a fight to get there, you know, on different levels. You know, everything is not a fist fight. Everything is not about arguing. Sometimes it's a mental fight, you know, to keep showing up every single day for the goals and the dreams and the vision that you have for your life. You know, so once you take a stand and you fight for that and you begin to accomplish these things in your life, now you have to defend it. There's no space in time where you say, oh my God, like I accomplished this and I'm done, you know, or I've arrived, or now I can relax. No, you have to defend what you fought for. Because if you had the mere fact that you had to fight for it meant that it wasn't something that was going to come easy. It wasn't going to be handed to you. And since it wasn't going to be handed to you, if you take your hands off of it, you could lose it. If you take your hands off of it, attractive thinker, you could lose it. If you take it for granted, you could lose it. If you ignore it, if you don't tend to it, if you don't, you know, guard it, protect it, nurture it, you could lose it. And that's why we want to talk about this today, because we don't want you to lose the ground that you've gained in your life. We don't want you to lose the success. It is possible to get to where you want to be in life and have it just, you know, taken away, right, snatched away from underneath your feet because you didn't guard it, you didn't protect it, you didn't revere it, you didn't nurture it. You know, it's easy to seek a goal, roll your sleeves up, put forth all your energy and accomplish this goal, and then once you get it, you think that's it and you're okay and life can be, you know, go on. And before you know it, it's gone. Like, where did it go? Did it not get your attention? You want to think about these things. So, Tichet, talk to us today about what attractive thinkers are going to experience when they fight for something that they now have to defend.
Dr. Tony, a lot of times they talk about what we have to do to get there. They say you have to do this, you have to plan that, you have to have a certain lifestyle, you have to have prayer, you have to do a lot of things to get there. But nobody ever really talks about what you do once you are there. And the thing that I found is the things that you had to do to get there, you have to remain doing them after you're there to maintain what it was you worked hard for. And you might say, but by the time I got there, it was hard and I didn't want to do all of that. See, it's the way that you look at it makes all the difference in the world, right?
Mhm.
Let's take for instance when it comes to working out. Let's just say you wanted to have a nice, hot body or things like that. And in order to get there, you had to change your eating habits, you had to change your routines and introduce, working out. Well, to get where you want to go, those same things can apply in different areas. You have to do, we always talk about your morning, your lunch, and your dinner, mental breakfast and things like that you have to do. We talk about the spiritual things that you have to do. Now, there's a difference between things being hard and then being diligent. That's one of the things that I've learned, right? Things being hard and being diligent. Diligent does not have to be hard. It just means you have to be consistent and you have to allow yourself the ability to put everything you have into your dream and into your vision or into your desires and into the there that you have selected, right? And you have to make it a lifestyle basically. So with working out, the eating habits and all of the workouts, it's not just that something that you do to get somewhere now. You entered into a lifestyle change. So by the time you get that hot body you're looking for, you don't get to that point and then just be like, I'm done, I made it, I'm, set and that's it. And you have to continue to work. And a lot of times we think that we're going to get to this place of peace and this place of happiness and this place of joy and not have to do anything once we get there. But we don't realize that the same energy that it took to get there is the same energy it's going to take to keep you there. So you have to keep that same diligent energy when you get there. There's two things that I want to remind you when you get to that point, right? When you get to the there that that you pinpoint. For instance, some people might say a successful business, some people might say a new home, a marriage, some people might say a peace of mind, some people might say some stability, some security. We all have a different there that we have in mind, right? Get what your there is right there, put it at the forefront of your mind because one of the things that I learned is that when you get there, there's two things that happen, right? You know how they say new levels, new devils? Well, once you get to that new levels, you got to be willing to fight, right? You got to be willing to, you can't just sit there and tuck your tail in and run. I mean, trust me, I know I just tried, but we had to make sure that we keep each other, we keep each other on the track. And this is why we're here. We're honest, we're open, we're secure, and we're letting you know that we experience things too. And as we learn, you learn, but you can't tuck your tail and run. You have to be willing to stand up for what's yours. You have to be willing to for fight for your peace, fight for your peace of mind, fight for your happiness. Why? Because it's worth it. It's worth you having everything that you desire. It's worth you seeing your vision come all the way through. It's worth you taking ownership and taking ownership of for your deed to happiness, and not just give it away at the first time of a circumstance. Because if any circumstance or situation arise, there's always a lesson or a blessing. It's never for nothing. You're not going through anything for nothing. All things work together for the good for you. You're not just going through sad stories and sob stories and rains and pours. You're not just going through those things. You're going through something for something to something, and so we always have to keep standing up and keep going and keep fighting for our rights to be. Fighting for your right to be. If you think about that, look how hard you had to work or how diligent you had to be to get to that fair you have been dreaming of for so long. Some of us, it might be a new vision. Some of us, it might be a long vision. But look how hard or how it doesn't even matter how long that you've had this vision. Only thing that matters is that you know that you're worthy of the vision, you're worthy to see it through, and that you have a right to not only see it through, but you have a right to enjoy the fruits of your labor, the fruits of your, because having a vision is not easy. Everybody doesn't have vision. So to have a vision and to keep it to your forefront enough to change your lifestyle so that you can see it through, that takes a mental exercise day after day after day. That takes time to get up and make sure that you carry that vision with you every day. So when life comes and knock up against you, you don't just forget the vision and void all, void all of your plans, and you just throw the whole thing away and go and sit somewhere on the couch and make nothing out of yourself. We don't do that. When life gets hard, we have to go harder. We are equipped for anything that comes up for us. We're not just following the vision is following us. We have to allow these things to take place. We have to allow the lifestyle change that it takes to live out that vision, because the lifestyle that it takes to live out the vision is not the same lifestyle it had when it was introduced to you. You had to become some things in the midst of going towards that vision. That vision came you were because it is your promise. That vision came because that's something that you can have. That's something that you're worthy of doing. We deserve to have the life that we dream. Again, all of us need something different. I can't tell you what you need, and you can't tell me what I need, but what I can do is tell you, stand up, don't quit, keep going forward, fight for yours, and then defend it. Back to you, Dr. Tony.
So fantastic and amazing. Attractive thinkers, I really, really hope that you're getting this. I hope you're capturing these gems, because this is critical to your success. You have goals. As attractive thinkers, new and aspiring entrepreneurs, we have goals. People who are in change and transformation, we have goals. We want to acquire certain things. We want to accomplish certain things. We want to become certain things. Now, that might be in your life and in your business. So in order for you to accomplish these things, now we know it's one process all in itself to get you to the accomplishing of the goal. Who you have to become in order to do that. All of that mental work, like Tichet said, maintaining that energy and those mental processes, that mental strength and muscle. That's one aspect of this thing, of accomplishing this goal. But once you accomplish the goal, number one, you have to realize you have become a whole new person. I don't care if it's purchasing a new car. You have become a new person in order to do that. You're not the person who desires to purchase a new car. You're now the new car owner. You're not the person who used to drive the old car. You're now this person who's becoming acclimated to this new vehicle. Where things are positioned in the car, and your hand-eye coordination, and your movement, and your triggers and your muscles, and you're getting used to a new environment. So you're becoming a whole new person just to drive this new car, because you can't drive the new car like you drove the old car. They don't move the same way. They don't feel the same way. They don't respond and turn and shift the same way. So you have to become a new person no matter what it is that you're desiring to accomplish for your life. Now, once you acquire this goal, I want you to get this part. You don't acquire the goal and then relax and let your guard down. And, to acquire the goal, you had to stay mentally sharp. You had to keep the vision ever before you. You had to keep remembering the why you even wanted to do this in the first place. You had to be attentive. You had to consistently visualize it and things like that. So you don't let all of that go once you acquire it, because you could lose it. If it took all of that to acquire it, it's going to take all of that and some to maintain it. So I don't want you to let your guard down once you accomplish these goals. There's a whole, when you get to a whole nother level, whole other level in your life, there's a whole host of other mental tools that you're going to need, clarity that you're going to, you're going to have to learn everything all over again. I want you to write that down in your attractive thinker notebook. Once you reach a level in your life that you have accomplished something in your life or your business, you're going to have to learn how to be all over again on this level, because you're the person that you were cannot maintain the level of success that you just accomplished with your life. So you have to create a whole new thought pattern. You have to have an entirely different mindset. You have to manage and master and defend what you fought for. So if you get to the place where you say, oh, I'm just so excited, to be here. Woo, we accomplished that. And you let your guard down, because see, this is what let your guard down means. This is what it looks like when you let your guard down. It means you're falling back into your comfort zone. And you already know what's in the comfort zone. What's in the comfort zone? The old you. So you can't bring those old habits up into this new lifestyle, because if you bring old habits, you're going to create an old environment from which you came. And it took you a lot to get to where you are. So letting your guard down, see, what is this saying, attractive thinker? That means as long as I'm on guard, my comfort zone can't swoop me up and consume me. It can't pull me back in like a vacuum, and I become who I just transformed from. I want you to get this. What you fight for, you now have to defend on this level. Because don't think I have it and that's it, I'll always have it. It's not like that. It's not like that. As soon as you let your guard down, you're now open to it being taken away from you, that level of success being taken away from you, drifting away, being stolen from you, somebody just robbing you of it. You can rob yourself of your own success. Who needs an enemy when we could do that to ourselves? How do I rob myself of my own success? Taking it for granted. I'm thinking I got it like that, or getting comfortable in it. Just getting comfortable and not wanting to grow anymore. Regretting the work to shed. That's another piece. Regretting the work that you now have to do to maintain it. Oh, I don't want to do all that. Oh, I didn't sign up for all that. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be like that. If you've been following us, for some time now, you already know that it was going to take work. We talked about this. We prepared you for that. We already know that on a new level, it's going to require you to do some new things. It's going to require you to be a new person. So you already know that. So you're not surprised by that. This is what I want to share. You say, well, Dr. Toni, why do all of that if we have to guard what we fought for, if we got to protect it, and if we have to, maintain, and we need new energy and all this and that? Because it's worth it. Because it's worth it. Not do that and do what? Not have this level of success and we as attractive thinkers, we're not comfortable, like Tichet says, sitting on the sofa doing nothing. We're not comfortable watching life pass us by and everybody else, get their goals accomplished. And we're just, sitting here twiddling our thumbs, eating bonbons. We can't roll like that. There's something inside of us that doesn't wire us that way. We're not wired to be routine and mundane and mediocre. It starts eating away at us when we sit there and do nothing, because we're so creative. And we have so much power and so many abilities, and ideas just flow like running water to attractive thinking minds. So that's why it's worth it. Now, here's the deal. It's not so much what you have to defend in order to keep your level of success. It's who you have to continue to become. And we as attractive thinkers, we are into personal growth and development. We understand that growth is a journey, and we will forever be growing on this journey. It's a journey of growth. We never stop growing, and we never stop learning and evolving and becoming. So I don't want you to look at this as, oh my God, like this is a lot of work. I didn't know success cost me this much. No. Stay there, hold your ground, balance it out a little bit, and it'll become your normal. It'll become a lifestyle. It'll become just what you do. It's just what I do. It's just how I do life. It's just how I show up. It'll become your comfort zone. You're in the process of creating a whole new comfort zone for yourself. And that old comfort zone will no longer exist. So that's why it's worth it. It's worth it to defend what you fought for. Back to you, Tichet.
You know, you said so much. One of the things, oh, wait, a wise man once said that the difference between work or play is our perception of it. You know, sometimes a lot of people they say, well, I'm going to play this and I'm going to play that. But to some people, that's hard work. You know, it takes a lot of work to be you, but then here you go doing it like it's nothing. You work in your sleep, but it's your perception of what you're doing that makes it rather it's work or play. Because I feel like we put a negative tone on the word work. You know,
Yeah.
when we think of the word work, we get tired. You know, like I don't want to do anything. Again, like you said, attractive thinkers, we don't want to not do anything because we need to be consistently creating in order for us to benefit from this life and to get all that we came to get out of this life because we're not just existing, we are evolving so that we have to keep creating. So some of the things that you do easily can seem like such hard work to somebody and vice versa. So your perception of what you do makes it easier. Now, here's the thing. It would be nice to see that we have allowed ourselves to be, right? Sometimes I know that sounds simple, but sometimes that can seem a little rough because you got so many ideas and so many false narratives, and you know, you got negative things going on in your mind that does not allow you to be. But when I say be, I mean take the power that's within you. For instance, right? I'm gonna use myself as an example. I am an encourager, right? Encouraging for me is not work, that's play. For
Mm,
somebody else, that might be work. For a therapist who does it for money, that might be work. But for me, I can do that in my sleep. I can do that if I'm sad. I can do that no matter what's going on in my life. I can encourage. So now I take the encouragement and match it with me being a visionary,
mm,
me being somebody who utilizes allegories, parables, who somebody who can sit there and take this thing and turn it into a life lesson, and somebody who does that without even thinking.
yeah.
Take those two things, put it together, and allow that to be my work. I play all day.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
my life doesn't have to be quote unquote work,
Mm-hmm.
though that it is. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, and you never think, well, the things I love, I could really be paid for. Yes, people do it all the time. The things you love, you can get paid for. There's people who get paid to do all kinds of things that you do in your sleep. You know, you just gotta, it takes you knowing the value in yourself and knowing who you are and being able to operate out of that boldly for you to allow yourself the abundance that comes with being you. So
Mm-hmm.
work does not have to be this sweaty and exhausting and miserable term. It doesn't have to be. You look at some of the things that you have created now, right? If you take an artist and the art that they have created, and some of them put that music in their ears and they just go off and go off into a whole nother world while they're stroking that brush and doing things and building stuff and creating stuff. And to them, it's prayer. So
Yes.
some of your creativity can be prayer. It's something that you offer up in a good vibration up to the universe. There's something that you offer up to God. This is the gift you gave me. I offer it back to you. And this is what we're doing with this show. We're taking the gift of being the attractive thinker, the gift of being the visual encourager. We put those together and offer it back to God by allowing ourselves to be utilized for his people so that they can see who they are, understand their vision, and then they can begin to build a life or know that there even is a life to build beyond the break. That's why we do what we do. This is play for us.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah.
show is play for us.
Mm,
We get on these calls and these types of conversations come naturally to us no matter what we're going through.
yes.
So we recognize the power in the fruit that's in this, and we allowed it to be work and play together. So
Mhm.
it doesn't have to be exhausting. We're not sitting here miserable every week trying to do the show. We both
Mhm.
genuinely love the show,
Yes.
and we're hoping that you're getting everything out of it because we are getting everything out of it.
Yeah.
We are eating the same fruit you eat because what's coming, sometimes you don't know what's in you until you start having to teach it and allow that thing to flow out. And the very things that you need to hear came out of your own mouth.
Yeah.
It came from your
That's
own
good.
heart, but you needed a platform in order to pour out and clean out so
Mhm.
you can see what you had in your bag.
Yes.
So when we think about work, we are not afraid of work. Attractive thinkers, visionaries, we are not afraid of work. We will do what's necessary to maintain our right to be us, to
Mhm.
maintain our right to be free, to be happy, to be loved, to be cherished, to be nourished, and to be respected. We do the work. We're not going to sit there and just let our life slip away one day at a time and you missing out on the ability to have a human experience where
Mhm.
you get to create unlimited things with power, endless power. You get to create all of those things and you get to leave a mark in this earth and you get to do it by being the best you. Does that mean you're going to have problems? You know what? It sometimes you will, sometimes you're not. None of us are exempt from issues and circumstances. It's how we view it that makes the difference, right? I tell my daughter, go out there, mess up. Don't be afraid to mess up. Mess up hard, but it's how you clean it up that makes the big difference. Because we got to experience stuff. And in our experience is a lesson or a blessing. You take away one or the other. You either take away, hey, don't do that again, or you take away, man, I love this. I want to do that over and over again, or I want to serve this, or I want to do this, or I have this gift or this talent. So our there is worth the work. It's worth the work. It's worth everything we can put into it. It's worth getting up and making sure our mindset is right. It's worth making sure that by lunch we still are holding on to our mindset that we work so hard for in the morning. You don't work on your mindset, go to a job that make you miserable, give away all your energy and your power, and then by lunch you're crashing spiritually. We
Yeah.
don't do that
My God.
anymore. You know what I mean? That's not what life called us to do. Now, when we come up against circumstances and we understand that's a lesson or a blessing, we'll look for that. We won't just allow a situation weigh heavy on our hearts and not figure out what is this all about. We don't have to just accept pain. We don't have to accept any of that. We can clearly take our perception, change it, shift it, and allow ourselves to see the blessing out of anything because I can guarantee you every situation, every circumstance either has a lesson or a blessing. It's what you focus on that allows you to be able to benefit from them both. Because you can benefit from a lesson, you can benefit from a blessing. All of our mistakes we can benefit for you. That's why we say all things work together for good because it does. There's nothing in you that will fail unless you quit.
Mm.
Stopping is not an option for us. We
Mm.
are unstoppable, unlimited. We are endless with ideas. Especially if you sat here and listen to us week after week after week, you got something great in you waiting to come out and be lived. The life, the there that you are looking for is you're not waiting for it, it is waiting for you. It's not going to come on a silver platter, although it could. I don't know, right? But for most people, a lot of people, it won't come on a silver platter. You have to, number one, allow it in, because sometimes we can block our blessing, right? With negative thinking. We can block our blessing with not believing. We can block our blessing with hindrance, with a mindset, an old mindset, if we're carrying around these bags from a mindset we should have let go a year ago.
Mm.
We have to allow these things to happen, and then we have to work for what we want. We have to understand we deserve this life.
My
We
God.
deserve that life of being a winner, of being a creator, of we deserve being a master. We deserve it. We deserve to master something. You know what I mean? Even if you're a jack of all trades or a master, or you can't even be a master of none, be a master of one at least. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to master everything, but be a master of one because you were called to be a master of something, even if it's just a master of you. Back to you, Dr. Tony.
Woo! Love it. Attractive thinkers, if you didn't hear anything else, I hope you heard that. Okay. That was fantastic and amazing, Tichet. You dropped some gems right there, and I will not just bulldoze right over top of that like nothing just happened. Okay. So, attractive thinkers, this is what I want you to take note of. Number one, that several times, Tichet, you kept talking about this is not hard work. You remember we used to call it worthy work. This is
Mm,
worthy work. Okay. And when it's worthy work, like Tasha said, when it is aligned with who you already are, who you're created to be, and your gifts and talents, it's not work at all. You just get to do this every single day. And that's a gem that I want you to write down in your attractive thinker notebook. You're getting to a place whereas this is just who you are and how you roll. This is just how you do life. So that's not work. There's no work involved. You just show up every day and be yourself and do what you do. And that's how it happens. That's the life that you're creating for yourself. And it's not work, it's not a fight. It's not, I mean, you have to fight to get there, and you defend it by becoming it. And after a while, you're not, it doesn't take effort to defend it. It's the defending is who you are. It's just a part of your life, like brushing your teeth. I defend my vision, like brushing your teeth, like tying your shoes, like zipping up your pants. I defend my vision, my goals, my accomplishments. I protect them. I mean, successful people will tell you we protect our investments. You have to secure your investments. You just can't invest and watch your investment grow without putting boundaries around it to protect the growth, to protect it so that it continues to grow. Okay. Another gem that Tachette dropped was sometimes the best thing that you need to hear will come out of your own mouth. Oh my God. That is so true to share. So many times, we collaborate on our ideas and even challenges that we face because we know that it's going to come from out of our spirit. It's going to come up. We just have to talk it out sometimes. And then attractive thinkers, when you don't have another attractive thinker to connect with at the time, life you will find yourself in situations whereas you're not going to be able to reach out and connect with somebody. You're going to have to go within. When you can't go without, you're going to have to go within and
mm-hmm,
open your own mouth and deliver your own self. Okay. So Tisha says the best thing sometimes that you'll ever need will come out of your own mouth. The next gem that I wanted to highlight was there's nothing in you that will fail unless you quit. There's nothing about you. You're not even wired to fail. Failing wasn't factored into your DNA and into your blood and into your neurotransmitters. You weren't designed and wired to fail. So it's a guarantee that you're going to win, but you can fail if you quit. Do you realize, attractive thinker, that you're the only thing in your life that can cause you to fail? That's if you give up on yourself, if you stop running, if you stop walking, if you stop working, if you stop creating, if you stop moving towards your goal, then you can miss out. Nobody can do that. No outside circumstances can cause you to fail because all you have to do, and we've taught you how to do this, keep shifting that perception, keep shifting that perception. Just like the gears in a car, you keep shifting that stick, you keep shifting it. And every time you shift the stick, you can go further, faster. Every level that you reach in your life, you shift gears, attractive thinker, and you can go further, faster. Another gem that you dropped to share was you have to understand that we deserve this life. We deserve this life. Anything that you desire to accomplish with your life and you accomplish that thing, you deserve that. And not only do you deserve it, you have to defend it.
mm-hmm.
You fought for it. Now you have to defend it. You can't fight for something and just leave it to its own devices. You have to take a stand and guard and protect and watch out for it and nurture it and make sure what you fought for is still growing, that it's not lying dormant, that it's not dying, that it's producing fruit. I hope that you receive these gems today, attractive thinker. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your identity coach and get to the root specialist at theattractivethinker.guru. Connect with this movement by visiting our website at theattractivethinker.guru. Place your email in the box Check your email for the next 5 days. You're going to receive a video from me to support you in turning your problems into your solutions. Tichet, tell our audience how they can stay in touch with you, the visual encourager.
Absolutely. You can find me on my website at www.visualencouragement.com. We provide mental support for movers and shakers, trailblazers, pathfinders, and groundbreakers, visionaries who desire to move mountains but need help lifting the heaviness so that they can create a new vision for themselves. Go to my contact us page, put in your information. Let me know how I can uplift you, enlighten you, and encourage you so that you can live a life of goodness, of blessings beyond the break. Again, that's www.visualencouragement.com. See you soon.
You hear us say it all of the time. Our life's work, that's to make your life better. Remember, it is not what you're going through, it's how you think. Think, attract,